Last weekend, the University of Winchester hosted this year's client interviewing competition. Students have to use their personal skills and knowledge of law to impress judges by dealing with different clients and their problems. The role-play situation offers them an insight into the real world of work and dealing with people. Last year's winner explained how taking part in the competition helped her.
Representing Winchester last year was a real honour. It's the first time that we'd actually entered the competition, so we didn't really know what to expect. But it's the people skills and being able to talk to people and extract information and build a professional relationship. And they are skills that you can take out into the real world, and they are vital in any kind of work that you do and any kind of walk of life that you come from. So I feel that I've left university having done this competition with more enriched skills than if I hadn't been involved.
This year's Winchester competitors explained their reasons for competing.
Yeah, definitely learning sort of life skills and stuff you can apply to the outside world and jobs. Mm-hmm. That's why I think we did it as well, just to get more confident. So you're not just writing essays as well, you're literally learning life skills you can apply to a job once you finish your degree.
And it gives you like something to put extra on your CV. It gives you like an extra up against other like law students, so you're not just the same.
The competition offers a peek into the real world of law, which is clear as some previous winners are now successful, like Matthew Parry, who won in 2005 and is now a solicitor.
But it was a wonderful experience. There were lots of fascinating people from all around the world, and it was a great social interaction as well as the professional experiences. What the competition does provide is a very broad understanding of the concept of communication skills, and that really is something that epitomises the whole concept of a practice of law, whether it's communications with the clients, problems, the courts, other solicitors, and so it's the broad underlying features of communication that are perhaps the most important ones to come out of the competition.
One of the co-chairs of the competition told us why he thinks the client interviewing competition is so important and his hopes for the future.
What happened was that after students qualified as lawyers, they went out into practice and they practiced on real people. And as everybody said, you made mistakes in practice, and that struck me that wasn't a terribly good idea. And I particularly thought that the client was a crucial part of that equation, and that your relationship with the client was really crucial to that, and that there ought to be more training in that. So to begin with, the competition was essentially a way of promoting the development and the teaching of those skills. This is the biggest final we've had for many years because there are so many good teams out there. So going forwards, yes, I think we'll carry on going forwards.
Top human rights lawyer Jeffrey Bindman spoke to us about how the competition has changed and the good it does.
Well, the competition's enormously important because interviewing is at the heart of what lawyers do and what they're needed for. They're needed to give advice to people, but in order to give advice, they have to know what the issues are, what the problem is. And the best way, if not the only way, to find that out is by talking to the client. And there's a lot of technique can be learned. It's changed quite a lot in that we now have regional heats, we have more people taking part. It started off, not surprisingly, on quite a small scale. Quite a small number of teams competed. And it was based in Warwick, and then the idea came up of whoever was the winning team hosting the next competition. So it started moving around the country. The competition helps because it provides an incentive and training for students in what to do when they have a client in front of them. Of course, quite a lot of solicitors and even fewer barristers have the kind of direct contact with individuals who have problems of their own, personal problems, because the commercial world, in a sense, has almost taken over a lot of the legal profession. And if you go into a city firm, there's a good chance you'll never see a client because the client's some amorphous corporation. So in a way, the competition is more useful for students who want to go into the sort of legal practice that deals with human problems, individual problems. And my own background is very much in that sort of area.
And as your skills today have demonstrated, this isn't just about ticking boxes.
After a heartfelt speech from Graham Robson, the winners were announced. We spoke to the winners, who were from the University of Sussex.
Yeah, happy to be going to Puerto Rico, obviously. Not going to complain about that, but surprised, honestly. I think genuinely we were quite shocked, but very happy.
So yeah, a lot of strong teams here. So we I think surprised as it were, surprised that we're coming away with the trophy. We work really well together. When Jason's running out of things to say, I don't even think about it. I come in with questions of my own, and likewise when I'm stuck, he just rescues me. So people come to you with problems, and you're trying to help them, move past these problems. And so being able to connect with people and understand where they're coming from and understand what their priorities are is a critical skill.
This year marks 30 years since the client interviewing competition was set up. The competition is being hosted at the University of Winchester. Those involved have high hopes that the competition will continue to grow.